I've got to ask you
Yeah, go on.
about a rumor.
Yeah?
That Florence Pugh might be starring in one of your music videos.
I don't know what you're talking.
Can you tell us about that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's up, friends? It's your girl, Emily Curl, back here at our iHeartRadio studio, and today we're joined by Yungblud in our studio. Can we show some love for Yungblud here?
Yay!
We always get so excited to see you.
Oh, I get excited to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, we're so happy. The last time I saw you, I feel like it was like 2 years ago,
Yeah,
maybe?
in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas. Now we're
Telling
here
you.
in New York.
In the desert. Yeah, I'm in New York. It's a vibe. I like it. It's crazy.
You always bring the energy, so I love seeing
Thank you. Do that.
How are you doing? How's life?
I'm very well, thank you. Are you?
I'm good.
All good, man. I love
All
New York.
good.
Honestly, it's been a bit of a fast week in New York, to be honest. Looks like New York 1, me 0.
Yeah.
It's been a vibe. I'm telling you. It's like,
Oh.
slap me silly.
Right? It'll do that to you. Well, we also love having you back at iHeartRadio because that means that you have some new music. So
I do, yeah.
let me start by saying congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Your 4th studio album,
I know, wow.
Idols, is coming out.
It is.
This is big. You talked about
It
how you
is
wanted
big,
to
yeah.
build a world with this album.
100%.
Walk me through the world that you're building.
I basically, it's been such a big album for like reclamation, self-reclamation for me. You know, I've kind of hit 27 and really like started to reevaluate a lot of things that were going on in my life and address a lot of things that I'd pushed down, and I just made this album to be an adventure. I wanted to make something without form that would kind of be an attempt at something classic and an attempt at something timeless. You know, I think with it all, I really feel like I got a little bit boxed in as an artist. A lot of people thought they would know what I would do next, and they knew. They knew me instantly and knew everything about me instantly. And I think with this album, I really wanted to explore new places and make something that would blow people's minds.
Yeah. Reading like a lot for this interview, I thought it was so interesting. You're talking about your self-titled album that you released in 2022.
Yeah.
Was the album that you felt like was the least like you?
Yeah, it's so weird that it's the most me thing to do is self-title an album that is like fucking the least like me ever. I'm just like classic. I really think, like, to be honest, I listen to too many people. I think both good and bad. I think when you do this thing for a long time, you like everyone starts to have an opinion on you and think they know what you are, and that's kind of the concept of this new album. Really, I'm like. The album is all about kind of idols and how we look at people. Like, we look at a photograph on the wall, we want to be the photograph on the wall. In my case, I became the photograph on the wall, and then I realised that these pictures on the wall never have any answers. We do. You know what I mean? I never knew Bowie, I never knew Freddie, I never knew Mick Jagger, I never knew these people that I never met them. You know what I mean? The answer, they were only mirrors, these pictures, and the answer was always within me. And I really just kind of had to block out the noise, you know. I think, like, it's so interesting in this world. We always... I just said to myself, what did you actually see today? And when I ask people that question, people are like, oh, I read an article, or I saw this video. I'm like, no. What did you actually see today?
You recorded the album in Leeds, near your hometown.
I did.
Was that the significance of like the
100%.
homecoming being back at home?
100%.
Yeah, tell me about the space.
I feel like I've been all over the world, right? And I've been so lucky to go all over the world and kind of experience different cultures. But sometimes I felt like my feet left the ground a little bit too much. And I needed to remember that I'm really British. Do you know what I mean? I'm so British. And I love that. I think it's a little bit of a superpower for me. You know what I mean? I really am British as fuck. You know what I mean? And I had to go back to 20 minutes away from where I grew up, to the rain, to the tea, to the lager, to the fish and chips, and really kind of... Because I left there at 15. And 12 years on, I'm 27, going like, who am I as a man? Like, and I kind of had to go back to the streets where I came from and see the sunsets I know and feel the rain on my face and get cold for a while to to really make a fearless decision.
When you think about yourself at 15,
Yeah.
like at that time, what did making it mean for you then? And now thinking about yourself at 27, what does making it mean for you now?
I was such a little rascal. I didn't give a fuck at 15. I was
Really?
Just,
You
I
were
was,
just like, I'm just going to play music and enjoy.
I was just going to, nothing mattered because no one cared about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's so interesting, isn't it? Just like 15, you're just like, let me just play and let me just marvel at the world. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. It's everything's like, what the fuck? This is crazy. And I think like, then because you never expect for it to happen. You never expect a moment to happen. You're just like, I'm going to try my best at this, and I have an idea, and I have a vision, and I have a message, and I want to meet people, and I want to find a place. But you never expect for it to happen, and then it does, and then a million things get said about you, and you realise things, you get insecure about things you didn't even know you're insecure about because you read it, or you hear it, or you blah, blah, blah. And I really kind of looked at that kid from 15 to 19, and I was like, oh, where did you go? You know what I mean? Where did you go a little bit? I could feel myself being a little bit worn down by it all, but again, by going to the north and writing a record with my family, I wrote the record. The producer who made my first album, and my best friend.
What? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was my guitar player. So when you make a record with family, the only thing they want out of you is the truth.
It's just, and I'm sure just good.
You know what I mean? They're not bothered about it. They're not bothered about anything except from the truth.
Yeah.
And I think, like, as humans, we condition ourselves to hide. You know, I feel like if you really give yourself, your true self to somebody, and you put it on a plate, and they turn their nose up at it, it's the biggest trauma we can receive. So we kind of hide, and we dumb things down, and we kind of 60% say what we mean. And we just kind of coast and go through life without kind of being fearless enough to be like, this is me, let's have it, you know what I mean? And the most beautiful thing about writing a record with family is they kind of allowed me to break myself down and really face myself, you know what I mean? 'Cause I never thought the love of my life would be a 54-year-old Israeli man. You know what I'm saying? But he is. And he gives me this look. It terrifies me because it's the look that I can write a better lyric. I can push myself harder. I think like sometimes art can be good because you made it instead of it being great.
Well, it's so cool. You're in this safe space with all these people that you know and trust. You're back in your hometown, and you're writing. I have this, honesty pouring out of you. I can imagine you probably uncovered some new things about yourself.
It was wild. Honestly, it was a crazy time because we were just going on an adventure every day, and I really think I don't think I ever want to make records. I want to make records like that for the rest of my life because if you block out the world and you really just gut yourself in a place like that, discovery. I honestly, it was wild. I'm trying to put it into words. It was mad. Honestly.
And how long was this process?
We've been writing this album for 4 years.
Oh wow! Okay,
That's
so
what
it was
I'm
just
saying.
that's
I was like,
crazy. Okay,
because Yungblud, right? The second album went #1 in the UK, and everyone's like, oh, you've had commercial success, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool, but we didn't make the record with that intention. You know what I mean? You can hear music that's made for the intention of like, let this be big or whatever.
Right.
But the album became big because people resonated with it instead of it being big because we made it to be big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember starting this project on New Year's Day, ringing my producer and my best mate up. And
4 years ago.
2021.
Wow. Okay.
New Year's Day, and be like, right, get on it.
You say you call him up.
Call him up. I'm like, get on a train to the north. I've had an idea. I want to write an album that's got no form. I want it to be an adventure. I want it to not be adherent to singles or to anything.
There's just no rules with this.
No rules. No rules. We want to do 9-minute songs. We want to do 30-second songs. We want to do orchestras. We want to do time changes. I'm like, let's go mad. Let's go absolutely mental. And I remember I formulated this kind of, I'd written Zombie, I'd written Lovesick, I'd written Idols, and I remembered The Big Bad Wolf Comes Calling, and we want another album. And I'm like, I'm so excited to take this to the States and take this to the label. And I remember playing it to them, and everyone was just like, we don't get it.
Really?
Like, time changes, 9-minute songs, like, we've just had like commercial success, we need hits right now. And I was like, oh. And I remember feeling like I've been kicked in the stomach because that really...
Like you felt strong about it.
Yeah, I was like, it was my gut. My artistic gut was going, let's go to this place. However, I don't think I was ready to put an album like this out.
Why not?
I don't think I had been through enough to mean it as much as I do now. I think I finished it with more authenticity than when I started it.
I've got to ask you about Zombie, because that's one that's already making waves. So many people are talking about this song, and this is a really personal song for you. Tell us about Zombie.
I think this is the most proud of a song I've ever been.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Wow. Because I got to reach into, I got to put my hand into myself deeper than I ever have done before, you know. And I think again, talking about specific songs, like in the past, I've told you what my songs are about. And I think this song is about a real specific event. It's about losing my grandparents and basically watching my grandmother. My grandmother died of alcoholism, and she was so glamorous and she was so beautiful, and I kind of watched her deteriorate, and she was honestly the most epic woman ever. And I think kind of I watched someone fade, and it was really, really strange to kind of go through. What was more strange was to watch herself realize what was going on. And yeah, it's pretty wild. And I took that event and I wanted to make it and write it ambiguous enough so you wouldn't, it's not overtly me going, this is what this song's about. So you will be able to, it will mean something different to you than it does to me. And that is the fundamental basis of this album. No, we are completely different. We're from completely different backgrounds, completely different walks of life, and completely different ideas and mindsets, but we connect on fundamental feeling. And that is what I wanted this album to be about, because the world is so strange and so dark and so confusing at the minute, because we are not connecting on the basis of what it means to be human. We all feel the same things inside. We're wrapped up in different ideas and different cultures and different religions and different genders and different whatever, but we all fundamentally tick the same.
Let me ask you this. I mean, you hear all the stories. Your fans love you. You know,
I
they
love
come
them.
up to you all the time.
Cheeky monkeys.
They, tell these beautiful stories, letters, tattoos.
Yeah.
There's so many personal things, which is so beautiful. But on the other side, I could also see how that would be, challenging for you to carry the weight or feel like that you're, need to be someone who's all-knowing in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel the weight of that?
It was really strange because I think when I found them, they made everything make sense to me. I think that I felt like I was shouting at a void for 17 years of my life, and then finally someone responded. And it was never them really who caused me anything but joy. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of the pressure that got placed upon me from the outside by finding the power, by them looking at the power of the community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People would kind of, and I would always repel. I do not want to be put on a pedestal. I hate it. I'm like, I like to be one of them. I like to be one of the community. That's what I like to be. And it's been wild again to explore that idea of seeing something frozen in time, like idols frozen in time, that like we have our own idea of what people are instead of we don't necessarily know them yet.
Right.
And what was crazy on this album, I think what's wild is when you sit in a room and you make an album and you say that it is about finding the answer within, because it is within you, and then you go out into the real world and an event that I'm about to tell you about hits you square in the face. I keep bringing this up because like 3 weeks after the first record came out, I was in Amsterdam and I was doing a fan event, a listening thing, and there was like loads of people outside that couldn't get in, and I was just like, all right, then I'm gonna come have a beer with you afterwards, like kick it outside, I'll come have a beer and a cig with you. And it's always strange, these events, when there's loads of cameras up, you know what I mean? Because I always have to find like a grounding point.
Right.
I always have to like look someone in the eye.
Yeah.
And what happened with this person really just smacked me in the head, because it cemented the idea of what the album was about that I'd written, but the world gave me it back. And this girl came up to me and was like, "You saved my life. Your music saved my life. You saved me. You saved me." And I was like, "No, I didn't. I've never met you. You completely saved yourself. You figured it out. I don't know you. It's the first time I've ever met you. Maybe the music was a soundtrack, or it was a kick in the morning, or it was a little bit of hope for you, but you figured that out all on your own."
Wow.
And that really cemented to me what this album's about. It's about self-belief. The answers are within you. Every single person that you love and idolize, you take on, you put inside yourself, you mix it up and create a new individuality. Stop giving people too much credit, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah.
That's what I said, and it hit me in the face. And that's why I'm lucky to have a community like I do.
You're about to see a lot of your fans.
I am.
In person, because your tour is
I am
just
touring.
announced. That's
Yeah,
so
it's tour's just
exciting.
announced, and I can't wait to see everyone.
And it's already sold out.
I think so, yeah. So
Which,
that's what I got told this
congratulations,
morning.
That's
so
got to be a good feeling.
I love it, man. America still likes me.
America loves you. We love
Amazing.
you.
Honestly, you never know though. You go away for a little while, and America moves fast. You guys move fast.
We do.
I don't know if you'd like. Yeah, I'm happy you remembered it.
I also love seeing what you dream up, because I feel like your stage performances are always just like
We're
a
mad.
whole
We're a bit-
other world.
we're a bit mad.
What are you dreaming for this stage?
I got quite fit. I've been boxing 5 times a
I
week.
know. Are you
So-
still in your boxing?
Honestly,
Your
I
boxing
do
in?
the vibes, man, every morning.
Yeah. Why do you love boxing so much?
Honestly, it's like the closest thing to being on stage I think I ever found.
Really? It's like the adrenaline.
Yeah, the adrenaline. You got to control your heartbeat. You got to go 12 rounds. You got to, and it's kind of all been about respect and kind of.
Oh wow.
I really found therapy hard. Do you know what I mean? I tried therapy for a bit, but I almost felt like I was being interviewed with my therapist. Do you know what I mean? I do recommend therapy if it works for you. You know what I mean? Go and do it.
But I feel like as an artist, you're already going through so many thoughts in
That's
your
what
head.
I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a
so like
different
I
thing.
found boxing, that became a different kind of therapy.
And it's like a different,
Yeah,
part
my
of your brain
trainer
that
was like,
you're
I have to have an internal conversation with myself because it's fucking hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
So like when you kind of want a punch bag on your own pads and stuff, you're so tired, and whatever, you got to like have a conversation with yourself. And I love it. So I got really fit. So the show's gonna be more energetic than ever, and it's just gonna be mad. Honestly, this tour we're taking orchestras out. It's
gonna be the whole.
It's gonna be the
okay.
big. It's gonna be the like no stone left unturned. You know what I mean? It's gonna be special. I think that's why we wanted to start America on intimate venues, and then we've put the biggest venues in my life on hold in America. So it's a whole master plan.
That's insane.
So yeah,
Okay, we can't wait.
I'm excited. So come see it first and watch the story unveil itself.
Okay, we can't wait. And I'm also so excited about the visuals. I love seeing what you drop. And I've got to ask you
Yeah, go on.
about a rumor
Yeah.
that Florence Pugh might be starring in one of your music videos.
I don't know what you're
What can you
talking-
tell us about that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never met Florence Pugh.
Really? Never?
Never met her in my life.
Okay.
Who's
Huh.
Florence Pugh?
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her.
We are so excited for you.
Dude, I'm excited.
Thank you.
Proper gassed me up today. I was so tired, and now I'm just like, good morning, motherfuckers. In the Rotten Apple.
The Rotten Apple.
That's my vibe. New York, the Rotten Apple.
Well, we love having you here. The city feels different when you're in it.
I love it, man. Honestly, I can feel it. I touch down, it just goes like, oh God, no. I just get naughty.
Yeah, you do.
Honestly,
We love you.
I love you.
Thank you for your time. Thank
I
you for
love
being
you, man.
Can we-
Thank you
Can
for
we give it up for
being here.
Yungblud one more time this year? We're so excited for this year. You're
Rock
the best.
and roll, man. Rock and roll.
Idols. Can't wait. Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out a few more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. We'll see you next time.